Do you want to know how to spot the kind of women that go absolutely gaga batshit crazy for penis? Nymphomaniacs are the funnest women on the planet to have sex with. And today, I'm going to give you 6 signs to help you spot one in the wild. Number 1, the way she looks at you. Does she look at you like a fat kid looks at cake? Is she looking at you like she's wanting to devour you? This is a good sign that this is a nymphomaniac you're dealing with. Does she undress you with her eyes? Is she constantly panning up and down, looking at your whole body, checking you out when your back is turned, you catch her checking you out when you turn around? Is she looking, gazing, triangular gazing, gazing from one eye to the lips to the other eye, back and forth again and again? This is a clear-cut sign of a woman with a very, very high sex drive. Number 2, how long does she actually hold that eye contact for? Is it intense? And is it intense when you're talking, or is it intense when you're silent? Almost like she's trying to test you to see if you're comfortable enough to sit there and constantly engage in eye contact with her and build up that massive amount of sexual tension between the two of you. You're just sitting there smiling, staring each other down. Number 3, is her default way of talking flirting? Not just with you, but with basically any man. Does she automatically default to flirtatious kind of language, where she's constantly making sexual innuendos or deliberately misinterpreting things and turning them into a sexual context? This is another clear sign of a woman who has sex on her mind all of the time. If you want to learn how to turn any woman into a sex addict, in particular addicted to sex with you, then you should check out my sexual dominance escalation video course right up here. Number 4, is she very touchy-feely? Is she the kind of girl who is constantly initiating physical contact with you and with everyone she's speaking to? That is a good sign that her love language, the way she actually gets affection and validation, is through physical touch. And that is a consistent characteristic of women who are nymphomaniacs. They derive that adoration, that love, that validation from physical touch and physical intimacy. Number 5. Now this you're going to learn once you start getting intimate with her. Does she get off on pleasing you? I noticed this for the first time when I was in the swingers scene in my early 20s, and one of the first girls to invite me out to a large swingers party was the textbook definition of a nymphomaniac. And she would literally orgasm at the thought, the sound, the sight of me getting off. She took joy and pride and pleasure in being the partner that got someone off. Nymphomaniacs are obsessed with sex because they get pleasure from both sides of it. They get pleasure from the receiving end, and they also get pleasure from the giving side of it. So if she is deriving a lot of pleasure from giving you pleasure, well, that is a green flag that this woman might potentially be a nymphomaniac. Now, this can also include other forms of pleasing you. It doesn't necessarily have to just be about the sex, and this is something you can look for before you get intimate with her. Does she derive pleasure and happiness from giving you, say, a massage? Again, another form of physical touch and physical intimacy, but it's not quite at sex yet. Number 6, does she maintain strong, flirtatious, seductive eye contact during oral sex? And does she smile and giggle and get off when you are orgasming? Well, then we have a winner, my friend. You're probably going to want to keep her around in your rotation because she is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And you might even struggle to keep up with her. Nymphomaniacs are usually amazing in bed, but there are some women who, despite all their best intentions, are actually trash in the sack. If you want to learn how to spot them, then check out this video here.